and your friendly neighborhood independent romance author. I am headed to Steamy Lit in Tampa for Independent Bookstore Day. So I originally got the signing, or actually booked it originally because Melissa, who is the owner of Steamy Lit, she kind of put something out on Threads to like, hey, are there any local Florida authors? We want to showcase you for our upcoming events and signings. I found her Google form and I filled it out. And I think about a month later, I got an email from her and the entire staff, Tampa, Fort Lauderdale, Miami. They were all CC'd on the email and they invited me. And they said, pick your location. Where do you want to go? So I chose Tampa because it was geographically the closest one. So yeah, so we're headed there now. I can think of one. So I just got back from Steamy Lit Tampa and I had a really great time. So I got there at 11, finished at 12:30, right on the dot. I was there with Chelsea Corto. She is the author of the DC Star series. And there was actually a long line outside the door waiting for her. And as people were in line for her and talking to her and waiting for her to sign all their books, since I was sitting right next to her, they were kind of like looking at Not Without You and Tell Me Your Mind. So that kind of piqued their interest. So then they came up to me and asked me about my novels, and they ended up buying. And just for transparency numbers, just like in the past, Not Without You is the one that sold the most. And again, because it's first in series, that's usually what happens. I brought 15 and I came home with 3. For Tell Me Your Mind, I showed up with 10 and then I left with 5, so about half of my books. But also Steamy Lit took a few copies for Not Without You, so I'm really excited to be working with another indie bookstore. So overall, I had a great time. I'm so glad I got to meet Chelsea and got to talk to her for a bit. I'm so glad to meet the Steamy Lit team out in Tampa, and I hope I get to work with them again sometime in the future. A couple factors as to how I sold so much. It could be because, again, I was with another more experienced author who has a fan base already, and her bringing traffic into the store probably helped, honestly. There was probably a very large factor. And also is the fact that it's Indie Bookstore Day. There's probably a lot of people that wanted to support independent businesses. Independent Bookstore Day is the most popular sales day for most indie bookstores. Not even their anniversaries, not even like if it's a genre specific, like Romance Bookstore Day. Yeah, so I think those two factors is one of the reasons why I sold so much. Like, I actually sold double. Yeah, actually more than double. Yeah, no, I sold roughly double than in a 1.5 hour time frame today in Tampa than I did in Alexandria on their normal Saturday operating hours. So most likely it's because it was such a big day today. Now, in terms of reflection of the Steamy Lit team, they were easy to talk to. They were so welcoming and so encouraging. They checked in on us, see how we're doing okay. But even prior to that, they offered to either have books sent to the store or I bring my own stock. They were easy to work with. They responded to emails very quickly. And again, I would love to work with them in the future. So I think that's all for now. I'll leave you guys here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.